What if our greatest technologies, fiber optics, microprocessors, stealth aircraft, weren't invented but were given to us? What if, for decades, the US government has honored a secret technology exchange with an alien race that lives for 800 years? The story goes they're known as the Tall Whites. They stand over 6 feet tall, with chalk-white skin and large eyes that shift from blue to pink over their long lives. In exchange for their technology, the Pentagon supposedly gave them a secret home in the Nevada desert. This sounds like sci-fi, but according to one military eyewitness, it's a fact. We're going to unpack the shocking details of this alleged pact and what the military might still be hiding. Our story begins in the Nevada desert in the 1960s with Charles James Hall, an Air Force weather observer at the secretive Nellis Air Force Base. His job was to collect weather data, but the stories he later published in his millennial hospitality memoirs became the source for this incredible conspiracy theory. So, let's be crystal clear. The idea of a treaty with tall white aliens is entirely unsubstantiated. The story you're about to hear comes almost entirely from the unverified accounts of one man. But it's a story that has captivated UFO researchers for decades. Is it just the product of a wild imagination, or a brave disclosure of a secret that would change the world? Stick with us as we look at the claims, and if you're intrigued by the mysteries the government might be hiding, make sure to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. When Charles Hall arrived at Nellis, other airmen told ghost stories about a glowing figure haunting the desert, which Hall dismissed. Soon, though, he had his own strange experiences. He saw brilliant white movement in the sagebrush and felt constantly watched. Then he saw them, shockingly tall, thin beings with chalk-white skin and large blue eyes, wearing glowing white suits. He was terrified and claims others before him had abandoned their posts after similar sightings. Hall wrote that the fear was mutual. In one incident, a tall white child was accidentally hurt by a cook, who was nearly killed in retaliation. Hall says he learned to move slowly to show he wasn't a threat. Over 2 years, he claims terror turned into a fragile relationship. He communicated with them, learning they could live 800 years, their eyes changing from blue to pink as they aged. According to Hall, they weren't just visiting. They lived there, in secret underground facilities built by the US Air Force. Hall says he began to understand this was a formal, top-secret arrangement. According to his story, the US government has had a treaty with the Tall Whites since the 1950s, a period already famous for rumors of President Eisenhower meeting aliens. The supposed deal was simple. The Tall Whites share their technology, and the US military gives them a secure base on Earth. Hall even claimed to see military trucks hauling Sears clothing and other goods out to the Tall Whites' desert home. So, what did humanity get? Believers connect this alleged treaty to the tech explosion of the late 20th century, suggesting fiber optics, microprocessors, and stealth aircraft were gifts. But let's be clear, this is pure speculation. The development of these technologies is well documented as the work of human scientists. The gifted tech narrative is a classic UFO trope with no factual support. Still, Hall describes their scout crafts as capable of faster-than-light travel, and claimed their main base was at the far end of the Nellis Range, in a heavily restricted area. If a deal this big existed, why hide it? The story says it's to prevent mass panic and protect the ultimate national security secret. A sudden reveal of aliens would shatter society, and the tech advantage would be too great to share. Hall's story also echoes other claims. The legend of Eisenhower meeting aliens in 1954 to discuss nuclear weapons mirrors warnings Hall said he received from the Tall Whites about humanity's destructive habits. In recent years, the UAP conversation has gone mainstream. In 2023, former intelligence official David Grush testified before Congress about a secret UAP crash retrieval program and the recovery of non-human biologics. His claims were based on second-hand information, with no physical evidence provided. In response, the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO, has released multiple reports. Its major historical review in March 2024 concluded there is no verifiable evidence of extraterrestrial technology or cover-ups. A subsequent annual report from November 2024 reiterated that out of hundreds of new cases, none pointed to extraterrestrial origins. From the government's perspective, the case is closed. There are no tall whites at Nellis. We're left with two very different realities. In one, Charles Hall saw something so profound, he had to write his Millennial Hospitality series. In his world, 800-year-old beings live among us, trading cosmic secrets for a home, their existence guarded by the military. In this reality, people like David Grush are brave whistleblowers. In the other, more official reality, the story of the Tall Whites is fascinating folklore. It's a tale built from one man's unverified stories, born from desert isolation and our fascination with the unknown. Here, the Pentagon's ARO is right. There's no evidence of aliens, no secret treaties, and our greatest achievements are our own. The story of the Pentagon's secret treaty is a perfect UFO paradox. The claims are extraordinary, but hard evidence is missing. Charles Hall's account is detailed and consistent, yet it remains his word alone. So, is Charles Hall telling the truth? Are his memoirs a courageous disclosure or brilliant science fiction? And if the Tall Whites are real, what do they want? And what does their presence mean for our future? The official answer is there's nothing to see here. But for those who have looked into Hall's story, the questions remain. So, who are we supposed to believe? A decorated military veteran with an incredible first-hand account? Or the firm denial of the government he served? We explore stories just like this every week. If you want to keep questioning the line between the official story and compelling conspiracies, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.